The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when they line shifts, all those things that go along with it.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They'll give him a yard on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Trubisky now to throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Not good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They'd love to hold on to that, but first things first, they want to clinch that division.
Well, let's go back to the conversation we had with the coaching staff, and you asked that very question about how important is it really? You got a good team. Can't you win from any spot in the play? They all looked at us like we were crazy, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. He spins free. Oh, now he bowls him over. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And hauled in by Gathers. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Again to Elliott. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Such a solid defensive effort a week ago, and they'll be looking to carry that forward into this one.
And confidence grows. Every time you have a great performance, you think the next one's going to be even better. That's where this defense is today.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This from 42 yards out. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt.
Now Trubisky lost the football. Or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. Play action. Now Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. look to throw here on first down. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. A dump off to Elliott. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now Trubisky on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burgess. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Give to Elliott running left. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Bullard in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, Trubisky. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Fourth down, here's Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Handoff left to Elliott. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Cowboys on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On third down, it's Elliott, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. It's King. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one brought in by Gathers. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Spinning away. And now running right through it. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And avoids the contact by sliding. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And that is a shake. Oh, it's no good. Off to the right. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. Both the Cowboys and the Bears have not had the best success throwing the football. It's a passing league, but these defenses have mostly been able to contain that today. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. 1st and 10, coverage breaks down here. And this goes 33 yards for the score. 3rd down from the 32. Kwiatkowski's got the sack here. This will go as a loss of 10.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Second down following the run. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burgess. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question. And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And some space here. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed.
They'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Christian Jones. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they'll be set up in great starting field position here as that's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So 2nd and 10 here.
Green, 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Trubisky. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 15 yards through the air on the 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
To the short side left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the pop.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll set up to throw. Now the ball comes loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The Cowboys on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And looking at this play from the running back's perspective, as it developed, I know he had to think to himself, oh no, here they come.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Here we go now.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. Right there around the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He'll drop to throw. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Kwiatkowski. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They go play action. Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Trubisky will throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the D gets the sack on 1st, and now it brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Green.
He'll look to throw. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a Dallas first down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Fresh set of downs here. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one is incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
Touchdown! Chicago! A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Gun now on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
And it is is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they'll go on the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The D can only stop it 1 more time as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Down to a knee 1 more time, and that should just about do it. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Chicago, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.